Evening all, and welcome to the next episode of Kerbalism. Now we are starting this mission off with exactly the same we're starting this episode off with exactly the same mission that we finished the last one of. Get a satellite into orbit and then bring it down successfully without it exploding. So it's not going to be exactly the same as the last mission because we don't want the exploding part. But yes, we are here. We have done a whole orbit, and now it's time to start our descent. So we want to point ourselves retrograde. The moon is rising there. At least I hope that's a moon and not some evil Kerbin thing that I don't know about. Maybe it's those weird Dunans. I know Duna attacks. I've seen that movie. Okay, so I'm just going to point it on the horizon and fire the engine to bring us down. And it's going to be a little bit like this. Pretty much the same as last time, but this time when I fire my engine in the atmosphere, I'm going to keep horizontal. I'm not going to stay retrograde with the surface. I'm just going to sit horizontal on the horizon. Hopefully that will kill my vertical speed. Kill my horizontal speed. Enough to not crash into the ground before the parachute deploys. I'm all about destruction today. Wow. Okay. Speed up time, and here we are. We're going past North Pole. So yes, if I sit on the equator here, and I'm going to wait till we're at 60k, so a little bit in the atmosphere. Last time I waited for the heating effects, that was too low. But yeah, if I sit here like this, pretty much on the horizon, then hopefully we'll kill my horizontal speed and we will start plummeting pretty much straight down. Okay, pretty much like that. So putting ourselves anywhere, I suppose, really. Deploy the parachute. I'm thinking if I can, I don't know if it will let me. No, it won't. I'm going to try and hold my pitch down, or forward, just to try and get a bit more resistance on this side of the craft. Try and kill that horizontal speed some more. So maybe I'll do it the other way, because we are coming down very quickly. Yeah, I'm thinking that wants to be the other way. Our vertical speed we now need to cut. This could literally just be a case of that the engine is too aerodynamic. I think it is. I think we're going to have exactly the same problem we had last time. Yep. But at least we landed in the snow. So it's a little bit closer. Okay, so here we are back at the Space Center, and there's one little tweak I want to make to the game. If I go to the launch pad and say we want to launch our orbiter again, and you can see here, if I push escape, which basically means the craft has crashed or exploded, I have the option to revert the flight, and I don't want that. I thought I'd turn that off. I guess I forgot. So what I am going to do is I need to... yes, if I save the game, yes, overwrite my save, and you can actually edit the saves directly. They are just text files, but I believe there is an option in here. I'm just doing this off screen that you may not be able to see. Right, and then we load this save again. Kerbalism. We should, in theory, now... I've got revert to vehicle assembly. Okay, so... Well, that's one step closer. What did I miss? I think it was that one. Hold on a moment. Yeah, right. So let's try that again. Normally I wouldn't be showing this, but I just want to make a point that I did want to turn off that Revert Flight, and I forgot about doing it. I thought I did, but I guess I forgot to do it with that. But there we go. I have no option to revert the flight now, so I cannot obviously revert them if things are wrong, because I don't want to. I don't want to revert them whatsoever. I did just notice one other thing in the save file here, so I'm going to recover this quickly and have a look at whether it's changed it. Okay, if I go to the launch pad with the orbiter now, there we go. I now have the extra launch pads. I guess I unticked that and left the other one on and mixed that up when I started the game. I'd have to go back and look at the footage, but I did want the extra launch pads on because there are just new sites you can launch the craft from. But I didn't want to have it so I can revert flight. So if there's a mission that crashes, if Jebediah dies or Bill dies, whatever, then it's done. That's it. That's it. Completely done. So okie dokie. So seeing as I really want to flog a dead horse, we're going to go with third time's a charm. I have got rid of the little engine in between. That is gone. And this decoupler allows fuel flow, so that can be on first. I am in fact going to increase the priority of this so it gets burnt off first. Yeah, and with the spare part I have down here on top of this engine, sort of stuck inside, a reaction wheel, because this is going to be heavier to spin round. I don't think the reaction wheel just there can do it. Okay, and I think that's about it. So let's turn everything on and go for launch again. And there we are in a nice orbit. You can just see the sun poking its head out there. But yes, we're in a nice 80k, 90 to 83 orbit. It's close enough for me. And we've still got enough fuel left for re-entry, hopefully. Of course, my plan for doing this is that leaves a lovely flat surface on the bottom of this. And the sun has dawned. A new day. And hopefully that flat surface will be enough to slow us down. So, let's do a full orbit, and we'll come back afterwards. And that should just about do it, I think. Sunrise to sunrise, because there was no set. Okay, so now I need to at least get myself caught in the atmosphere. So over we go. Let's flip round to put the ground on the bottom again, because it just confuses me when the ground is up. And I think we'll just fire here. Just fire here. There we go. That'll do. That'll do. I've got 5 seconds left of fuel. I will save that for. I'll go to re-entry. Which trying to figure out in my head there why I'm saving it. Because it's not really needed, if I'm honest with you. Yeah, I'm not sure why I'm saving that fuel. Let's just fire off the rest of it. There we go. Right, and then we can ditch that, and that can happily sit retrograde. And hopefully that big flat surface there will, 1, survive re-entry, another heat shield. Didn't think of that. Yeah, 1, survive re-entry, and 2, slow us down enough. So let's find out, shall we? Okay, so here's Reentry, and I am having difficulty pointing the craft in the right direction. That is empty. Yes, it is. Obviously, that is a very, very flat surface. And it is, in fact, too flat. So, I'm going to start spinning the craft around in very, very strange ways. This is not working. We are coming down like a dart. The reaction moves in that pod just aren't strong enough. Though perhaps without the extra mass we might be okay here. We're under 300 meters a second. We still have 4 kilometers to go. And at the 3 kilometer mark, I will deploy the parachute. That's going to bring us over. And I think we've got it. By Jove, I think we've got it. Okay. Apparently we can't get any chance while flying low over the ice shelf, which is a little surprising considering I don't remember doing any of these chance burns before, although I may have done, I'm not too sure. But yeah, so it may have literally just been the extra mass of the engine. That may have been what it was. Perhaps I could have just put a decoupler between the engine and that. I don't know. Maybe. Or even a heat shield. A heat shield would have left us nice and heavy on the end. And is deployable. Detachable. So, yes, the lovely bright shininess of the ground. My screen looks very bright, but I can see on OBS on the corner it looks blue. I don't know if it's coming out blue on the recording, but it is white. And here we go, gently, gently, gently. Kablonk. And we're here. We are here. We can do a pressure scan and a temperature scan. Oh, curbing surface. That doesn't matter. Okay, well, we'll keep that as well. Okay, so yes, 3rd, 4th, 20th. I've lost count. But this time is a charm, and that should also complete our contract. Should it not? Have a look. See here. Yes, it has. By the looks of it. Yes, it has. In fact, the contract. Did the last time complete the contract, and I didn't realise. Have crashing into the surface been completing the contract? Oh well, we got some science. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Right, so 13.3 science. Yeah, that's going to get annoying when I've got lots and lots and lots of craft. May have to turn off the configuration for that. Yeah, so we got the science and we got some funds. We're on 193,000 funds. The contract was also completed. Our message center is really, really big because I've not been deleting anything. So the contract was completed. We achieved our... Oh, that was a launch I got. Oh, right, so... Will it be at the bottom of the list of 44 messages? Contract complete. explore Kerbin. That's the one we had to go and come back in. Okay. Then after that, I've got stage recovers and stage destroyed. So I'm guessing the go before did actually successfully complete that contract by coming back and crashing into the surface. Okay. Oh well, right. So we do now have obviously just one mission left to put a Kerbal in orbit for 30 days. We can't do that because of the part limit. So I need to look into put a satellite in polar orbit. Well, I know we can do that. I know we can definitely do that because that's what we've been doing. So we've still been doing and get another 80k. Okay. It's got to have a very high apoapsis and periapsis. That may be a bit more difficult than I expected. Position satellite in specific orbit. That's 28 million. Wow. Okay, we need money. I think we're going to go for this one. 2.8 million meters. We're not worried about weight anymore. So I don't see why we can't do that. Give that a go, shall we? Okay, so this is the orbit we need to achieve. It's that way around. So I have to wait for Kerbin to get around to the KSC. Get round to there. But whilst we're here, stand out the way, I can go to my satellite, and I can tell Kerbalism to stop telling me about signal, and that will hopefully stop the constant updates every time I recover a flight. So yeah, okay, so let's speed up time. I think the KSC is going to be the first one to get there. I could launch from here and head south. You know, I think I'm going to do that. Haven't launched from the desert airfield yet at all, so I don't know what that's going to be like. It'll be at night time, unfortunately. But there we go. So let's pick my craft, which is going to be called the orbital probe. We have two of, apparently. I'm not sure why. And we're going to go to the desert launch site. Okay, and wow, can you believe it? There is sand here. Sand in the desert. Who would have thought? There is jewel. Awesome. Yeah, sand in the desert. Who'd have thought? It's also just dawned on me that you could use this to get science. I could launch a rover here and just go, hey desert, hey, we got science from desert. Okay. So this is not square. We need to head south, which is going to be, I don't know which direction. That way. Yeah, and that way's north, I think. Right, power up, everything go, and launch. So if I lean backwards a little bit, I want to face the craft. Come over here. We need to head south. Just south. Okay. Okay. So, another thing that I have to report, there is a slight bug in these tanks. The procedural tanks. The tanks themselves are fine. They prevent you from going any larger than 2 meters before you have the tech for it. But the nose cones don't. I could set these to be 15 meters long if I want to. So, I channeled them back to 3 meters, which is technically cheating because I'm locked to 2 on those, so nah. Sorry about that. I've been using 3 meters for a long time and not really realised you can go even further than that. But you can, so yes. At that there. As you see, I've used a different paint job on this one here, just because I can. Really, there's no other reason other than I can. But yeah. So we obviously have a long way to go, and I really hope we have the fuel to do it. Right, so I've got my apoapsis out to where the periapsis flat is, and I have 41 meters of fuel, 41 seconds of fuel left. So the answer is no, we're not going to make that. I don't know how to calculate what fuel is required for a specific orbit. I'll be completely honest with you, I have absolutely no idea how the formula works. So to get an apoapsis of 2.8 million and a periapsis of 695,000, I don't know what you'd require. So I was hazarding a guess there, and it's not enough. Not enough at all. That does of course leave us with a problem. A big problem. A very big problem. I don't have any more contracts. Any more spaces for contracts. So I really don't know what I'm going to do for money. But I'm sure we'll figure something else out. Let's get out here anyway, shall we? Oh, we have got some new data, which I suppose we can transmit back. Why not? But yeah, let's go out to our apoaps anyway. And have a look, see how close we are. Not exactly where on, but meh. It's close enough. I'm going to fast forward till about 20 seconds out, which is half our fuel. Put us on the horizon and fire the engine and watch it go. Okay, so I can't calculate stuff for Toffee because we've still got 15 seconds of fuel left, and that's almost there. That is almost there. I do need to figure out how to move my orbit though. How do I move that? Because it's not close enough. I need to push my periapsis back, which would be far out further. Is that correct? Okay. Contract says that's good enough. I did not even remotely expect that to work. I really thought I had messed up completely on the fuel consumption. But that rocket surprised the life out of me. So, when you're not sure about whether the rocket's going to make it or not, in fact, when you're pretty convinced it's not going to make it, and you built something that you just think, it might do it, it might not, you don't know. Don't bother calculating the delta V. Don't bother trying to figure it all out. Eyeball it. Give it a go, because sometimes it works. Right, the last tiny bits of the data from the science we got is trickling in. There we are. I have set the control up to turn off battery and signal, so hopefully we won't get any issues with this craft getting in the way of things. So, I think that's obviously contract complete. Awesome sauce. So let's go back to the Space Center. And we did get the contract complete. 285,000. We're still 100,000 off upgrading that. Or 50,000, but yeah. Right. So we'll have to get some more contracts. We do have some more science. We can unlock some more wonderful things. Not that we can afford to buy them, but let's have a look. See here. The chemical plant I don't really want. I do want it, but not right now. One thing I did know is looking through these, there is a this here. I said we can get the workshops and bits and pieces, but nowhere to drill things. Well, it comes with its own augers, so you can in fact build a mobile lab already this early on with the smelters and other bits and pieces. So yeah, I do want to get into playing with that, but right now we really can't launch anything, so that's not going to happen. Maybe I could dig up ore and sell it, but I have to go to the moon or something for that. What I want to do is unlock some of these. I think this one here, because this may give me longer tanks by just unlocking it, which will be very, very helpful with our procedural tanks we got earlier on. Maybe that will let us. Also, you can buy the parts individually here, but when you're actually in the space plane hangar or VAB, and they're in the left-hand side menu, you can right-click and buy them there individually as well. So if I need that tank, I can buy it in there individually. So that's quite useful. But that's a new style tank. Quite like the look of. These would be useful for probes that we've got at the moment. Little tiny spark engines are very good for that. Obviously there's our first big engine from the new mod pack. Expansion pack, not a mod pack. Making History is an official pack, so yeah, definitely not a mod one. That one gives us some new capsules. Maybe that could help with the whole Jabdar thing. That would help. That's got 3 capacity, which means it would be able to put 3 pods in it. Okay, yes, we'll research that. Might buy that, not yet. That will cut down on parts. I also kind of want to grab the Bon Voyage one and the wheels, so I can build a rover and just have it drive around Kerbin. We can't do that. I've just spent all the science. Okay, there's all the science spent. We still don't have any money. That's a problem. We will have to get some more contracts, but that can wait until next time. I am so happy that that satellite got into the position it was supposed to for the contract. I did really not think that was going to make it. Unbelievable. So really happy with that. But anyway, yes, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I know it's slow going at the moment, but it's early days still, so yeah, bear with me. And I do hope you will come along for the next one, and I will see you there. So until then, as always, have fun.